The year is 264 BC. Tensions in the Mediterranean are rising by the day. In Sicily, the city of Messina is in turmoil. Mercenaries known as the Mamertines had taken over this Greek city-state, plundering and devastating it. However, the state of Messina did not sit well with Hieron II, the king of the neighboring Greek city of Syracuse. Despite being independent of one another, Messina was still a fellow Greek city-state, and Hieron was not willing to wait until his own city was under threat. He quickly took action and sent his troops. The Mamertines found themselves in a difficult situation. In an attempt to turn the tide, they made a bold move. They called for help from the mighty Carthage. Known for its powerful navy and wealth, Carthage responded quickly. The Carthaginians sent troops to Messina and took control of the city. However, this action did not go unnoticed by Rome. The Roman Republic was expanding and strengthening. It had established dominance over the Italian peninsula and had conquered many smaller kingdoms and city-states around it. This growth was turning Rome into a formidable force, though at this point it was not yet a full-fledged empire. On the other hand, Carthage was at the height of its economic and military power. With the strongest navy in the Mediterranean, Carthage excelled in naval warfare and controlled the key trade routes. Rome knew it couldn't match Carthage at sea, but when it came to land battles, the situation was different. Carthage's occupation of Messina triggered Rome to act. Soon after, Rome launched attacks on Carthaginian-held territories in Sicily. Seeing how successful Rome was in land battles, many cities in Sicily switched sides to Rome. However, Carthage continued to hold on to the large and strategically important city of Agrigentum, located in western Sicily. For Rome, capturing Agrigentum was essential to securing a victory in Sicily. Two Roman consuls, Lucius Postumius Megellus and Quintus Mamilius Vitalis, led the Roman army during the siege of Agrigentum. The Roman forces numbered around 40,000 men, made up of disciplined legions and troops provided by their allies. On the other side, the defense of Agrigentum was led by the Carthaginian general Hannibal Gisco. Inside the city were over 50,000 people, though most of them were civilians. Hannibal Gisco relied on the city's strong fortifications and internal preparations to withstand the Roman assault. For months, the Roman army set up camps around the city, completely isolating Agrigentum. As supplies within the city dwindled, the people inside were left waiting for help from Carthage. Finally, Carthage sent a relief force under the command of Hanno, consisting of 30,000 soldiers and war elephants. These elephants posed a serious threat to Rome, as the Roman soldiers had little experience in dealing with such creatures in battle. Before launching a direct attack, Hanno strategically cut off Rome's supply lines, which put the Roman army in a difficult position. With resources running low and disease spreading, the Romans struggled to maintain the siege. He hoped to force the Romans to abandon the siege. Hanno, supported by his war elephants, launched an assault on the Roman forces. Initially, this attack put significant pressure on the Romans. However, the Roman army, experienced and disciplined in land combat, mounted a successful defense and repelled Hanno's forces. After this failure, he was forced to retreat, leaving Agrigentum still under siege. As the siege dragged on, Hanno made several more attempts to break through to the city, but each time the Romans defeated him. With Hanno's forces finally defeated, Carthage's hopes of rescuing the city were shattered. Inside Agrigentum, food supplies were nearly exhausted and morale among both the soldiers and civilians was plummeting. Hannibal Gisco's defenses were crumbling, and without further support from Carthage, he could no longer hold out. Finally, after months of relentless siege, the Romans launched a final assault on Agrigentum's walls and breached the city. Many of the Carthaginian soldiers were either killed or captured, while Hannibal Gisco managed to escape. For the Romans, the capture of Agrigentum was a major victory. It marked a decisive blow to Carthage's control in Sicily. The fall of Agrigentum was a significant morale boost for Rome. This victory allowed Rome to strengthen its control over Sicily and greatly weakened Carthage's influence on the island. Agrigentum also served as a base for future Roman offensives against other Carthaginian strongholds in the region. Moreover, the siege provided the Roman army with valuable experience. They had learned how to defeat Carthage's powerful defensive forces and had gained critical knowledge of how to combat war elephants. This experience in siege warfare would prove invaluable as Rome prepared for future confrontations with Carthage. Agrigentum's capture was not just the fall of a city, it was a sign of Rome's rising dominance in the Mediterranean. The tide of war was turning in Rome's favor, though Carthage was far from giving up, and even greater battles loomed on the horizon.